So we've got some good news when it comes to British Army recruitment. AFC Harrogate, the Army Foundation College Harrogate, is at 100% capacity. But before we start, welcome to all those that are new to Combat Ready HQ, and thank you to all those who have viewed and supported. If you could like, share and subscribe, I would hugely appreciate it. So as I said, AFC Harrogate is 100% capacity. Just a couple of weeks ago, a whole load of new junior soldiers have started their new careers within the British Army. Harrogate is a training establishment for all those who could not go into regular entry. So they're all 16-year-olds looking for a good career in the British Army. They're either going to do a 6-month course or a year-long course, depending on which regiment they are looking to join. I went through AFC Harrogate back in 2006 and it was only a year course. So I started in the September of 2006 and I passed out August 2007. They've now broken it down into a short and long course, depending on which role and regiment you're looking to join. But this is good news. As we've seen previously, and I've done previous videos on this, recruitment was low and retention was low. We were losing more than we were gaining in our British Armed Forces. Maybe the tides are turning and we could be having more soldiers join in, which would then boost the numbers. The only issue we have is we know that the government have been trying to lower numbers to save on costs. They've been trying to get it as low as possible. We're at around 72 to 73,000 full-time regular soldiers in the British Army. Last year in the 12 months, we had around 11,000 join and we lost 15,730. So 11,300 new recruits joined in the past 12 months, and 15,730 actually left the forces. That was March to March, 23 to 24. So we've been losing a large number, but we've had 945 young guys and girls join up to the Army Foundation College Harrogate. So absolute brilliant news. Naturally, you are going to lose some, whether that's through medical or voluntary withdrawing. Those numbers are not going to be the same when they pass out. I started in a platoon of 48 and I think we finished with around 38 to 40 originals. I know some platoons were down to low 30s of originals that passed out. I think it was around 617 of us passed out in the August of 2007. So naturally that number will drop. What we've got to work on now then is retention. Hopefully this is translating across to all the other training establishments, Purbright, Winchester, Catterick, and the numbers will keep increasing. But retention is a massive issue. With the new pay rise, these recruits joining AFC Harrogate are going to be on £1,800 a month after tax. I was on around £1,100 a month. So there's been massive pay rises over the years. And the Armed Forces have just received one, and that's going to translate across all ranks. So hopefully that will keep them in. Constantly new equipment, whether that's vehicles, webbing, weapon systems, are being introduced to the military as well. So hopefully that will make it more exciting. You've now got the Ajax coming in and all the variants. We've got drones coming in. Overseas ops obviously aren't really happening. There's no fighting tours really going on. But with Oman, Jordan, Kenya, Canada not so much, Estonia, working more closely with allies such as Germany, Poland, France. There's a lot of opportunities to go overseas. So hopefully that's keeping people in. I think one massive thing is obviously pension and work-life balance. You have just got to accept if you're joining the military, work-life balance isn't really going to happen. You are going to be going away a lot training. I will look at numbers when the quarterly results get released and see what the retention is at the minute. But we know it was pretty much at an all-time low. But this is good news. Good luck to all those joining Harrogate. It's an absolute brilliant time. It's a great training establishment with some of the best instructors that you can find across the army. These new young guys and girls are going to be not only doing the basic training going from civilian to soldier, weapon handling, shooting, physical training, fieldcraft, BCDT, so your battlefield casualty drills, CBRN. They're also going to be doing education, which is brilliant, because what you do at Harrogate, you do your level 2 or level 3 MVQs in English, maths and IT. So all those that join below that level will then get that, and it prepares them for their army career to promote up to corporal sergeant level, because you can't promote to those ranks without those qualifications. So Harrogate, alongside their military training, are going to be doing a lot of educational training as well, and they do that in Pirbright and Winchester, but you get to spend a lot more time on it, and you get to spend a lot more time on those basic soldiering skills. You go more in depth on section attacks. You even go up to platoon attacks, and you touch slightly on company attacks. As at Pirbright, Winchester, you only sort just about touch on section attacks. You don't really get enough time to do it. So you're going to come out a better soldier. I think the numbers actually show a lot more WO1s within the British military, or higher ranking senior soldiers, 002s. A lot of them have gone through Harrogate. They've done that training. They've done that more in-depth training. So if you're thinking about joining the military, and you're still quite young, but you're thinking, oh, I might go college, I might put it off, I would say go for it, because while you're in the military, you're going to do those qualifications. In your spare time, you're going to have the ability to do other courses. You might be going to college to become a mechanic. You can do that in the army. To become a plasterer, you can do that in the army. Bricklayer, you can do that in the army. So a lot of stuff that you think you can do at college, you can do in the army. And if you want to do a more academic course, do it in your own time. Go and join the Open University. See what funding you've got available to you, to then go and do these courses. Don't just give up the idea on the military then, just because you think going to college is going to set you up better in life if you're only thinking of doing 4 to 6 years, 12 years in the army. Because while I was in the military, I did a personal trainer's course. I managed to get a level 3 in first line management. I've got a level 3 in coaching, awarding and teaching, which enables me to start a career in teaching if I wanted to be, if I wanted to go on to do level 4 and 5. The first line management is a good step if you wanted to go into a management role. Obviously, personal trainer role, I can then leave the army and go and become a personal trainer. You can then expand on that experience and become a physical training instructor in the army. You can go onto the physical training corps. There's so many things you can do in the military, and Harrogate is such a good starting point for anyone, because what else also might happen is you might say, oh, I'm going to join when I'm 18, I'll go to college, and then you finish college, you get to 18, you're like, oh, I'm going to go and try this, I'll go and try uni, or I might go travelling, and then you get a bit older and then you think you're too old to join the army, life takes over. I spoke to a lot of people before who have inboxed me and said, oh, I wish I'd joined the army when I was younger, I'm 30, am I too old? No, you're not too old, but you have missed out on a good career, and you've mostly done jobs that you haven't really wanted to do, and now you're sort of doubting yourself. So if you're thinking about joining the army, you're at school, go to the Army Careers Office, head over to the British Army website, research roles, give them a call, find out what's out there, what you think you could do, and whether it's for you. AFC Harrogate is a brilliant training establishment, and I highly recommend it. So definitely give it a go. But this is good news. Recruitment could possibly be on the increase. It's at 100% capacity. Good luck to all of those that have just started their training. If you're watching this video, give us a message. Let us know how you're getting on, what you think of it. I absolutely loved my time at Harrogate. A few beastings that make me want to leave at times. But honestly, when I look back on it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Comment below with what your thoughts are on this, and I'll see you soon.